What's up guys, and welcome to Bunker Bravo Level 2 walkthrough. We're going to be showing you what kind of weapons you might need, and later on in another episode I'm going to show you what kind of rewards you're going to be getting for running through Bravo. As a reminder, Bunker Bravo is designed so that you can grab a couple of these little tickets and end up swapping them off for some cool weapons, items, armor, etc. You can see what kind of gear I've got on me at the moment. Some water, some food, some weapons, mostly melee and a couple Glocks, just to make it a little bit easy. Things that are kind of easier to find within Last Day on Earth. I end up using something like a samurai sword here just because of how fast it is to take care of these guys. Often when you've got quite a bit of a horde, you'll notice that they can do a bit of damage quite quickly, even though they are very, very basic. And to save on your bandages, you can use a couple plates of food there, as you can see. Easy thing to get. Often use one of these mace blades, or you can use one of the bone breakers. Quick way of being able to take down things like toxic abominations. Inside here, you're going to find 2 fast biters and a frenzied giant. Decide whether or not it's worth it. Toxic abomination and a floater bloater inside there. Also, you got to decide whether or not you want to use your weapons on those kind of guys, or you want to waste your ammunition. Most of these guys over here are quite easy. You can kind of sneak up on them. I didn't do this very well. Could sneak up on these guys if you open the door nicely. And then you got to run through here. You can just basically decide whether or not you are willing to engage with those 2 floater bloaters there. But if you go around this way, you'll notice that you can actually come up behind them, sneak up behind them, and end up killing them pretty quickly. So I use this little route through here. These guys are also quite easy. Fast biters really do minimal damage. As you can see, I've just got some normal military armor on. Honestly, you can kind of come through these this level 2 with really basic armor, and it's really quite easy to get through this. You do it a couple times, and you kind of get so used to it that you kind of run through it. Here you can see my mace blade. I'm going to come up behind this floater bloater, hit him once, hit him a second time, and take him out. And then you pretty much only got 1 to deal with. It's really a nuisance when you've got 2 of them to deal with, and they do a lot of damage between the 2 of them. I'm going to show you what's in this room. It will mean that you're probably going to need a Glock to take this guy out, the Frenzy Giant. I would recommend going through this door and taking out the Frenzy Giant, because you usually get a nice red ticket there. And then, without having to engage with the floater bloater and that toxic abomination there, you're able to get to these 3 different crates. Just means that you're going to be able to get some tickets, possibly a couple little bit of resources. Makes your life easy. And you can see I managed to get some tickets here. Not bad. Some food, something to drink, a couple beers, just to make life interesting. And what we got over here? Nothing. Okay. So you don't always find everything. You don't always find everything if you know, just don't forget to grab a couple of these things over here, grab some food. There we are. All right. Some alcohol. Nothing really interesting. Cool. So yeah, turn off the jets over here. Stop us from getting a whole lot of poison. So you can decide. You can kind of engage with these turrets, or what I sometimes do if I don't really feel like engaging with the turret, you sneak past it, don't worry about it. Go out behind the toxic abomination, hit him, means that you can actually almost kill him. Sometimes the toxic splitters will come in front of him, which means you may have to take them out first, but then you can see the toxic abomination is so easy to kill. I'm going to show you what you will get when you take out a turret. It's not that great. You've got a low chance of getting things like heat sensors, but most of the time you're getting turret parts and a couple different things like, yeah, you can see over there. It's not the greatest reward, so I wouldn't recommend always taking out the turrets unless you really are keen on wasting a couple guns. But sometimes behind them, as you can see, nice red ticket there, going to be useful. My route, I would not normally take this route. Frenzy Giant over there, bit of a waste of ammunition. But you can see over here, these 2 guys, toxic splitters, are really easy. If you take him out from a distance, just a little bit further with something like that, or maybe a mace blade or something, it's easy. behind here, 2 floater bloaters. Really, you got to decide whether or not it's worth actually going in there. You might end up just wasting weapons and ammunition, and it's not always worth the effort. Yeah, I'm going to grab some of the food that I found. And yeah, nothing really interesting over here. So we're going to kind of move across. Make sure you get through this poison before it gets you, or the gas. What I often do is I open up this immediately, because this just means that I've got a way out just in case things go south. Now you can actually get over here, get in the lift, and get out of there quickly. Getting in this room, I often take these 2 guys out. Yeah, they usually give you some nice tickets, usually yellow tickets, and you end up getting something on the corner over here when there's crates. So take out the toxic abominations, and as you can see, the mace blade is quite effective. Skull Crusher is also really, really good. There we are, yellow ticket, yellow ticket. Oh, awesome. That's going to get us some nice rewards later on down the line, and grab some food. Also, not wasting my bandages. Also, you're going to find a lot of bandages. There we are. We get to kind of build up our bandages. And then if you do find some cool weapons, you can modify them right then and there. It also means that once you've done this level, anything you find on the next 2 levels, in level 3 and level 4, you'll be able to modify on level 2, because it'll stay open for you. And yeah, we take out the toxic abomination again, using the mace blade. Often just keep the mace blade for these kinds of enemies, just because they're extremely effective. There we are. We're going to now engage with the whole little group. You'll see I often make them run after me, run through the doorway over here, and then just put it onto auto and let him just slice through them as quick as possible. Now what it means is that since you're far away, there is a frenzied giant at the back over there. He takes a few seconds to cut to the front over here, and you can take him out quite easily. Glock, and as you can see, I only brought 2 Glocks with me, so really don't need to use too many weapons. There is a frenzied giant here. I will show you what he's got later. Kind of got to decide whether or not it's worth it. Most of the time you can run through these levels and not engage with every single zombie. You may need a lockpicking skill, quite a high level up for this one. But what's awesome is you can see that grenade over there. Grenade 200 damage. Really going to be useful when we take on one of the frenzied giants in a second. Looking in this one, oh cool, got a nice yellow ticket, also going to be quite useful. Now you see there's a frenzied giant over there. If you go along this wall over here, you will not tick him off, and he will not come around and try and kill you. So, going on this frenzied giant over here, 500 health, using our grenade, can take 200 off of that, and don't have to waste our Glock. Right, take out the frenzied giant really easy. Now, if you take this guy out over here, honestly, you can go and you could probably even make yourself a crossbow or one of those bows and just kill him over. It'll take you a couple minutes, but you can auto him and just kind of kill him. I end up just killing him with a Glock at this point. Nice red ticket, which will be epic for rewards later on. And we check what's inside here. Nice rewards. Also, getting through this gate will mean that you will need a specific skill for lockpicking, so you may have to work your way up, possibly find that skill. And yeah, that's it, guys. We're gonna go through to the front now. I'm gonna show you what's in this area with the frenzied giant. I really don't think it's worth it. Most of the time, he's not worth actually killing unless you are really, in need of red tickets. But as you can see, you are going to go through a couple guns. You can do the technique behind the wall, but you're not guaranteed to always get that right. And these guys do a lot of damage. And we're talking a decent amount of health. But as you can see, I managed to get a couple little tickets there. Yeah, that's it. Join me next time, guys. You can come and see me for the next level 3 and level 4. And that's what I managed to collect during this level 2 walkthrough. Enjoy, guys. Bye.